I'm Betty. Welcome to my kitchen. One of our granddaughters celebrated her birthday this weekend, and to celebrate, I made crepes for dessert, one of her favorites, and I'd like to share that recipe with you. They're actually a very simple thing to make. I have in my blender, you may use a blender, a food processor, or even do it by hand with a whisk. I have here 4 eggs. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of any vegetable oil. You want a neutral taste, of course. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of dark rum, a cup of flour, and 1½ cups of milk. Just put the top on and give these a whiz. Now that the batter is mixed, I'm going to let it stand for about an hour. This helps the flour absorb the liquid and makes for a much better crepe. So I'll see you in about an hour. I've transferred my crepe batter to a bowl, and I'm using about a scant 1/4 cup of batter for each crepe. I also have ready some softened butter, and I'm using a silicone pastry brush to just give a very light coating of butter for each crepe. You want to pour the butter in your pan and immediately swirl it to get a nice even crepe. These only take a moment or two to cook. You want to make sure that it is fully cooked on the bottom because otherwise it becomes difficult to flip. I'm using this thin metal spatula. Even though this is a non-stick pan, I'm being very careful. I'm going to slide it right under and flip the crepe. What you see, the initial bottom of the crepe is the presentation side. It's usually prettier than the bottom side, which has a more speckled appearance. And once that cooks for just a moment or two, we're going to turn it out onto waxed paper, which I have ready on my counter. Just flip it out onto the wax paper. Now, once your crepes have cooled on the paper, you can stack them. You don't need to put wax paper or anything in between them. Just stack them one on top of the other. I normally do stacks of 4 since there are 2 of us, and I'll separate these with wax paper if I'm going to freeze them. I hope you enjoy these. And before I finish, I want to show you a real cook's treat. When I was a girl, my grandmother would often make these as a treat for afternoon tea, and this is how she served them. With just a few drops of lemon juice, and a little sprinkling of sugar. Just roll that up. And you have a delicious afternoon tea treat. Delicious. For further information and even more recipes, please visit my website.